50,000 people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town.
Hey, what is up, Wolfpack? Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare came out in 2007, and it was the very first Call of Duty multiplayer I ever played. I was probably about 8 or 9 years old back then, and of course I played it throughout the years ongoing. Well, recently I returned to check out how it was doing in the year 2023, and I played on Thursday, January 12th, 2023, and Friday, January 13th, 2023. I tested the game from about 3 p.m. Pacific Time, West Coast US, to about 10 p.m. Pacific Time, West Coast US. And I'm not sure how different regions are per se, if it's any different, but when I played COD 4, during these hours, I was able to play non-stop pretty much. Now, I did hop in and play some matches here and there throughout this time period. I didn't straight up play the entirety, I got off here and there. But every time I wanted to play, I was able to play. Except when it got later into the night, as mentioned at about 10 p.m. Pacific Time is when I was unable to find any lobbies at all. Now, for what game modes you might be thinking? Well, I was able to actually find Team Deathmatch, obviously, that's pretty much where everyone is. I tried Search and Destroy, could never find a lobby at any time. I tried Domination, couldn't find a lobby at any time. But I tried Free-For-All, and I did find a lobby of Free-For-All. I only played one match and only tried once, but that was about when I think the most people were on, which was about maybe 5 or 6 p.m. Pacific Time, which is, you know, all the people getting home from school or work and having time to get on and play for a little bit. At least that's the way I see it personally. Now, what about the hacker situation or modder situation? Is it full of modders? Is it hacked to all hell? Well, actually, no. The entire time I played, which I played Thursday and Friday, there was not a single hacker or modder I ran into. Now, there was one instance, I will mention, I was playing a team deathmatch, and towards the very end of the match, there's probably just a few kills left. Someone joined the enemy team, and then it popped up on screen, everyone's screen, in colored text and said, "Welcome to this player's modded lobby." Now, it was only the text, nothing happened in game, nothing changed, and then the kill limit was met after a couple minutes, and then the game ended, and it all seemed normal, and then that guy backed out and left, and I never saw it ever again, never even saw that same guy ever again, and everything was normal and played fairly. I also tried to watch kill cams to see if anyone was using an aimbot or anything like that, and as far as I could tell, there was pretty much no cheating going on at all. Now, what were the players like? Was it all just all the sweaties left over? Was it casuals? Well, it was mostly casual players. For the vast majority of all my matches, casual players everywhere. Now, I will say there was always that kind of one really good player, one, maybe two really good players in the lobby overall, and that's basically how those old school CODs work, right? It was kind of like you, and then your team of casuals versus another team with one really good guy and their team of casuals. That's kind of how I see it. I'm sure a lot of you have the same experience, especially if you're relatively similar to my skill level. Now, as far as how many lobbies were actually going on simultaneously, when I hopped into a team deathmatch, usually it would be the same people over and over, but I was actually able to find another lobby of separate different people, so there's at least 2 other lobbies continuously going on at peak hours of COD 4 on PlayStation 3. That's specifically for Team Deathmatch, though, I might say. So overall, is Call of Duty 4 still alive and playable on PS3? Sort of. You can find lobbies at peak times, but in the downtimes, late at night or very early in the mornings, you're not going to be able to find any lobbies at all. At least that's the experience from my region. If the rating was going to be a green as in good, yellow as in kind of alright, and red as in unplayable, I'd say it's a yellow and it's kind of alright. It's not too lively, but it is playable. I should also mention that after playing on Thursday, when I hopped on for a little bit on Friday, my very first match, I already saw just 1 or 2 people that I did previously see on Thursday, but for the most part it was all new players as well. So based on this judgment, where it was playable on Thursday, which isn't even a weekend, but it's kind of towards the weekend, and of course it's playable on Friday, I'd assume it's playable Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's probably very playable, and then the other weekdays you might be able to find lobbies here and there. But to be fair, I think most games are like that, so it will follow the trend of most games, just with less players overall and designed in general. But nonetheless, guys, this was how Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, the very original, is looking on PS3 in 2023. Now, when I first booted this game up after not playing it in years, when I went to the play online in multiplayer, it actually would not load the playlists. So it just kept saying downloading game settings. So what I had to do is back out to the multiplayer menu, and I went to, I think, split screen or LAN party. It might have been split screen. And then it downloaded the game settings in there. And then when I went back to play online, the playlists were all loaded in the play online section, and I was able to play from there. So if you guys had that issue that I had, hopefully that fixes it for you as well. I heard some other people saying they simply reset their router and it would download the game settings after the router reset, but I didn't want to do that, so I found that other method there for you guys. But nonetheless, guys, let me know what you guys think of Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare on the PS3. Are you guys out there still playing it? Are you interested in returning to it to check it out in the modern day? And if you enjoy this style of video, I will be going through a bunch of other games on PS3 as well to see how they're doing here in 2023, and if they're active and playable or hacked to all hell. So overall, Call of Duty 4, awesome game still, and still playable on the PlayStation 3. But nonetheless, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.